Winter is here, but this ain't the first time.
Come on! Run! Run!
Hey guys, it's Phoebe from WatchMojo. Today we're giving you the lowdown on Game of Thrones history.
Think you know Game of Thrones? Click below to sign in with your Google or Facebook account and take the new trivia quiz on WatchMojo.com.
We're explaining the short and sweet version of Westeros' epic historical background, with a little bit of Essos thrown in for good measure. Let's take a look.
We're going to need details. Copious details.
In terms of backstory, HBO's Game of Thrones is a fairly faithful adaptation of George R.R. Martin's series, A Song of Ice and Fire. But there's a lot of rich and convoluted historical background missing from the show. We can't get into all the rulers, rebellions, and complicated genealogies, which includes 16 different people called Brandon Stark. But here's the big picture.
How do you know this?
That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
It all starts in the Dawn Age 12,000 years ago, when giants and the children of the forest roamed Westeros.
According to legend, it was they who carved faces in the great white trunks of the majestic weirwoods.
Aside from the odd battle between them, life was hunky-dory, until the first men invaded from Essos via a land bridge called the Arm of Dorne. Legend has it that the children's green seers smashed the arm using dark magic, but it was too late. The subsequent war lasted 2,000 years, until both sides signed an agreement known as the Pact, which gave open land to the humans, and the forest to the children. The Pact ushered in the Age of Heroes, a 4,000-year period that saw the founding of Westeros' major houses. Names that might ring a bell including legendary trickster Lan the Clever, who established House Lannister, and Brandon Stark, also known as Bran the Builder, the first king in the North. It was a good old time marred by one small problem. Back in the Dawn Age, the children had done messed up, creating supernatural creatures who could raise the dead. At least, that's the TV version. Invading from the north, these White Walkers brought a generation of cold and darkness known as the Long Night. Fortunately, thanks to the mysterious last hero, who convinced the reclusive children to help out, the White Walkers were beaten back. Brandon built his big-ass wall, and except for that time the 13th Lord Commander of the Night's Watch shacked up with a creepy corpse lady and declared himself the Night's King, everything was great.
Can I get you anything else?
No, this will do nicely, thank you.
Just kidding, of course, because it was time for another invasion. Over in Essos, there was a new kid on the block, Valyria, known for its silver-haired folk, dragons, slaves, and of course, Valyrian steel. As their empire, the Valyrian freehold, spread throughout Essos, another people, the Andals, decided to get the hell out of Dodge. Sailing across the narrow sea, they invaded Westeros, ending the Age of Heroes, slaughtering the children, and bringing with them the Faith of the Seven. The first men's bronze weapons were no match for the Andals' iron, and only the Starks in the north held fast, because you can't keep a good Stark down, except when you cut his head off, or stab him in the guts. Or, anyway, moving on. The Andals established 6 new kingdoms, which, with the north, made up, drumroll, the 7 kingdoms. And so there was peace at last. Or not, because dragon invasion. Back in Essos, Valyria was about to blow. Maybe building your capital next to a bunch of volcanoes was a bad idea? A Valyrian family known as the Targaryens saw it coming, and ducked out before the doom of Valyria destroyed the city. And because it just seemed like the popular thing to do at this point, the Targaryens took over Westeros. Just can't catch a break. Aegon the Conqueror led the charge, and the Targaryens ruled for almost 3 centuries, until Robert's rebellion against the Mad King Aerys II. Robert Baratheon took the throne, his friend Ned Stark returned to the north, and everyone just sat back and relaxed.
I am the god of chits and wine.
For like 5 minutes. Stay classy, Westeros. "16 different Brandon Starks? Any chance that at least one of those is the Night King?" Thanks so much for watching, guys, and don't forget to check out our Game of Thrones playlist. And we have something really special coming out for the Game of Thrones series finale, so keep an eye out for that. Bye!